Good morning. This is 7:24. So I've kind of made myself a little kind of promise, and to my students that I'd make at least, or I'd try to make one video a day. I have done this before over the last, I don't know, 10 years. Um, but I'm kind of liking the new kind of software that comes with things. But anyway, enough talky by me. Let's get this started. Let's see if I can get my work up. There we go. Alright, so this is for any three consecutive whole numbers prove algebraically. The first thing, I'm just going to stop there. The first thing to watch out for is where it says prove. It doesn't always say prove algebraically. When you got to prove using algebra. You can't just whack numbers in and go, oh look, it workies. So what I'm going to do is really tell you where I start in all of this. Alright, so the first thing, three consecutive numbers. So the first kind of idea to think is that n is any number. So if I've got n, it can be any number. And to it, the next number would be the first number, one bigger than it because it's consecutive, is one after the other. And my third number is going to be n plus 2. Alright. So the largest number and the smallest number are factors of the number that is one less than the square of the middle number. So the first thing I'm going to start with is the square of the middle number. So my middle number is n plus 1. And I'm going to square it. So that means n plus 1 times n plus 1. And what I can do at this point here, I'm trying to move it just enough, is at this point here, is just expand my brackets. If you don't know what I've done there, if it's a bit confusing, drop me a comment. I'll write a quick video on expanding brackets. There's a couple of different ways. I kind of like this newish kind of longer one. It just helps with understanding factorizing. But anyway, so that's the square. So I'm just going to write down here square of the middle. So that's the first part done here, square of the middle. And it says a number that is one less. So I'm going to take the square of the middle number. I'm going to take away 1 from it. So I'm going to take away 1 from this number. So that's 1 take away 1. So I'm left with n squared plus 2n. So this is square of the middle number minus 1. Now I like to make notes. Actually, that's a lie. I hate making notes. I hate doing my layout. But you drop marks if you don't, because you make stupid mistakes. Okay. And it says, prove algebraic that the largest number and the smallest number are factors of the number that is one less than the square of the middle number. My God, that sounds annoying. So we know, and I'm just going to change colour from my baby to pink to my blue. The smallest number is n. The biggest number is n plus 2. So I'm just going to factorise this. And to be honest, even if I'm kind of lost in a question, I see something like that, I just factorise it. Because sometimes you start seeing things. And you can't really factorise it ahead. Well, obviously with this one you should be able to, but let's say you can't. And it's nice just to, when you're doing an exam question, you think, oh my God, I don't know what the next step is, and I've got a quadratic. So what do I do? Well, just factorise it. You might see something. So I've factorised this quadratic. And I've got n times n plus 2. Well, a factor is a number you can divide something by. But the other way of looking at it as well, because to me, dividing and multiplying are really the same thing. A factor of this must be two things, let's call them A and B, that times together to give me that. Well, here you got n times n plus 2. Right? And if you look at n times n plus 2, this is your smallest number and this is your biggest number. And I am done. Da-da! Right, I'm going to go finish my coffee off, but there you go. Enjoy. See you later.